Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. The Rock was on hand to announce that WrestleMania would be returning to New Orleans in 2026 this past week on WWE SmackDown. Interestingly, the announcement broke a long-standing Vince McMahon rule. The WrestleMania 42 logo is the first in years to explicitly feature a number. It was previously reported that Vince McMahon opted to take the number out of the logo of the Show of Shows in 2014. WrestleMania 25 in 2009 was the last time the show's logo included a number. The 30th edition of the annual event was billed as WrestleMania XXX. After that, the company moved away from using numbers in logos. But last year's show was called WrestleMania XL. The above-mentioned report noted that McMahon believed taking the numbers away would allow Mania to be seen as a new event every year rather than a long-running show. There have been major changes in the company, both on and off-screen in recent years, which has seemingly given it a new lease on life. WWE, under Vince McMahon, always had a preference for including Roman numerals in the Mania logo. But since Triple H has taken over, the 41st and 42nd editions of the event have had the numbers written out in their logos in some form. Last year's WrestleMania was the first time that Triple H was truly able to stamp his branding on the company. He arguably produced one of the best shows of all time. The game introduced new logos, promotional campaigns, and advanced production technology heading into WrestleMania 41. It's quite clear that this is not the same WWE that Vince McMahon once ran. WrestleMania this year on Netflix will be a huge change for many fans. But this is a sign that Triple H is making sure that the company can adapt to the world around it. For decades, WWE has been a tightly run ship under the iron-fisted rule of Vince McMahon. His philosophy, vision, and set-in-stone regulations shaped the very foundation of modern wrestling entertainment. However, the tides have shifted dramatically since Paul Triple H Levesque took creative control of WWE. Following the groundbreaking announcement regarding WWE WrestleMania, Triple H has reportedly shattered one of the most sacred long-standing rules established by McMahon, a rule that stood unchallenged for 17 years. Vince McMahon is known for his meticulous approach to sports entertainment, often implementing strict backstage policies that all superstars, commentators, and producers were expected to adhere to without exception. One of the most peculiar yet ironclad rules he enforced was the absolute ban on acknowledging certain wrestling terminologies on WWE television. McMahon despised the word wrestling. WWE was an entertainment company, not a wrestling promotion. The term wrestler was forbidden, replaced with superstar. Belts were never to be mentioned. They were championship titles. Even phrases like fans were discouraged in favor of WWE Universe. Wrestlers who violated these rules in promos or interviews often found themselves fined, reprimanded, or even pushed down the card. It was a McMahon-ordained dogma that dictated WWE's branding for nearly 2 decades. During the recent WrestleMania press conference, Triple H stepped up to the podium with his signature intensity. However, what sent shockwaves through the wrestling community wasn't just the grand unveiling of match cards or venue details, it was the language he used. He referred to competitors as wrestlers, an act that would have been unthinkable under McMahon's reign. He mentioned professional wrestling as the heart and soul of WWE, going against McMahon's insistence on branding the company purely as sports entertainment. This deliberate departure from the old guard's philosophy signified a seismic shift in WWE's identity, one that had long been speculated but never openly confirmed. Backstage, the reaction was immediate. Many superstars, particularly those who had entered the company post-2008, were in disbelief. They had been conditioned to avoid the now freely spoken words at all costs. Veterans of the industry, however, saw it as a breath of fresh air, an acknowledgement of the sport's roots. It was surreal. An anonymous WWE superstar reportedly stated, "We've all been tiptoeing around those words for so long. To hear them spoken so openly on a WWE stage, it felt like a new era had truly begun." Triple H's willingness to break the rules suggests a major rebranding effort. While WWE's global reach and entertainment-driven presentation will always set it apart from traditional wrestling promotions, the company may now embrace a more authentic representation of its industry. The WWE Universe, as they have been known for years, erupted with mixed emotions. Some fans, particularly those who had grown up under McMahon's WWE, found it jarring to hear terms that had been all but erased from the company's vocabulary. However, the majority saw it as a long overdue return to authenticity. Social media was ablaze with reactions. Hashtags like #WrestlingIsBack and #TripleHera trended within hours of the announcement. Prominent wrestling journalists and analysts weighed in, with many calling it a historic moment in WWE's evolution. Triple H breaking McMahon's unwritten rule is more than just a choice of words. It represents a fundamental shift in philosophy. It signals an era where WWE is more in tune with the wrestling industry rather than actively distancing itself from it. This could lead to a more sports-oriented product. By embracing wrestling rather than avoiding it, WWE might lean further into the competitive and athletic aspects of its programming. Potential collaborations with other promotions. WWE has historically kept itself isolated from other wrestling organizations. Triple H's approach may open the door to crossover events with promotions like NJPW, AEW, or even Impact Wrestling. Enhanced storytelling with wrestling as the core. Under McMahon, WWE prioritized entertainment-heavy storylines over in-ring work. Acknowledging wrestling again might mean a renewed emphasis on match quality and technical prowess. Vince McMahon's legacy will always loom over WWE, but Triple H has proven time and time again that he is not afraid to challenge the status quo. By breaking a 17-year-old rule, he has made a statement, not just about WWE's branding, but about the essence of the business itself. WrestleMania is already set to be historic, but this seemingly small moment may be remembered as the true turning point where WWE finally embraced what it had been all along, a professional wrestling company.